Hi, we're here with Dave Spagowski with the Rogue Valley Model Railroad Club. Dave, can you tell me something about the layout?
This is an unusual layout in that it's only 86 miles long, and it depicts a railroad that was started in Medford, reached Eagle Point, went bankrupt, reached Butte Falls, went bankrupt, became a logging railroad, disappeared in 1961. But in our scenario, the railroad was successful, built to Klamath Falls, and we run from Medford to Klamath Falls.
Really? And how many square feet is this room, or what's the dimensions of this room?
The room is 31 by 65.
31 by 65.
The layout covers 26 feet by 55 feet.
And this is open to the general public?
Yes, it is. It's open to the general public the second and fourth Sundays of the month, April through October, from 11 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What we've tried to do is take actual photographs of mountains and paint them in the backdrop. We have walked, hiked, driven on all of the right-of-way that we could get to. So we know where the track's at, we know how it operated, and we've tried to emulate that in the model.
Well, it really depicts the Southern Oregon
Thank
feel,
you.
so it's just a great layout.
Thank you.
So Dave, you talked about you guys going out and climbing on some of these hills and capturing some pictures. Was that so you could accurately model some of the scenes on this layout?
Yes. When we went over to Keno a few years ago, we found a stacked rock wall as we copied along through here. This is not quite as stacked as straight as it is over there, but we felt with the model trying to stack the rock vertically would look not quite correct. It's stacked, but it's a little bit of a slope to give you more of a prototypical appearance if they were climbing the rock up.
Okay.
And this scene here, you see the Klamath River disappearing in the background,
right,
was captured from this scene right here.
Oh, wow.
This was taken from Railroads in Klamath Country. This picture was taken just west of Keno in 1945. In this picture here, the railroad goes up the hill, but because we were transitioning, we're actually coming down the hill.
Oh, okay.
So, but what our goal was to capture the essence of the heavy trees on the back and the lighter pine trees on the front, as you see here in this scene.
You guys did a really good job with this. And how long does it take the club as a whole to build something like this?
This scene here took about 9 months.
About 9 months.
We kind of struggled with it. We wanted to get as much of the hill as possible without getting a lot of cliff or a lot of rock face along there, but no matter how we worked at it, we just couldn't accomplish our goal without putting more rock in the rock face than we wanted to.
Oh, okay. So there's a little bit more rock face than it
yes.
does on the prototype, but it is very accurate to the way that picture looks. That's a really good job.
Yeah, we wanted to, John Grissma came in and painted the backdrop, and he wasn't quite happy with that, so we painted it again, and some of the mountains started up higher and they came down lower, and John kind of got the nickname, it's only paint.
It's only paint.
So you can move the mountains up or the sky down or whatever you have to do.
So I noticed that there's a switch right here by the bridge, and do you guys use some sort of switch machine that can fit in there, and if, how do you get to it?
We use tortoises on all of our switches we throw remotely. This one here, in this case, the switch is up, the machine is right underneath here. So to get to it, we designed a lift out that allows us to take the scene and the retaining wall out, get to the switch machine. Once we're done making the adjustments, any connections, we just put this back in, slide it into place, slide it down, and
you guys are using remote throws using the Digitrack system?
We are not using the Digitrack system on all of it. Some of it is run by JMRI, And the ones up at Summit are all on what's called an SRC-16 system.
Okay.
The signal system and the SRC-16s were programmed by one of our members, Ed Kleinman. Hasn't been around in a couple of years due to personal reasons, and we hope to see him back here in a few years or a few months to get back and working on this and get everything put back together.
And he designed the signal system
Yes,
and
he
the
did.
circuits for the block system?
Yes.
Very nice.
And what's really nice is on this signal, it's mounted, but it unplugs.
Oh, very
So
nice.
if you have an accident, you can. There are breakaways. They plug back in.
And they turn right back on.
Well, if I get it plugged, there we go, and they turn right back on.
Wow, that's amazing. That's cool.
Yes.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, the new ones we're putting in, they're not breakaways. They're breakables.
Well, it sounds like you need them to come back in here and start making some more.
Yes.
So, Dave, how many members are in the club?
Last count, I think we had 42 members. Maybe a little bit more than that. 28 to 32 are full-time members, and the balance are what they call associate members, and they live generally out of the area, some of them out of state.
And how can they find out more if they want to join this club and help the efforts with the club?
You can check with our website, which is the Rhode Island Railroad Club at rvmrc.net.
.net. And what's the cost of something like that for an outside member?
Outside membership is $15 a year. General membership for local members is $60 a year.
And what can they come and visit the railroad and maybe operate on it if they're an associate?
Associate, as long as there is a full-time member here, yes, they can run on the layout. What we want to discourage is not just joining a club to run trains, and that there's a lot of electronics on this layout, a lot of things that if you're not familiar with Digitrax or DCC or a signal system, that can go wrong, and then years of work are thrown away.
Right. So when a member would come in, they would operate with a full-time member
Yes.
as an engineer-conductor type scenario?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very, very large layout. Anybody that's in the general area of Southern Oregon might want to come down to Medford, Oregon and check this out. It is an awesome, awesome train club. If you're into model railroading, into real railroads, into the 7.5-inch gauge, this is a place to be if you're coming into Northern California or Southern Oregon. This is just a great place. Well, we just want to thank you guys for having us out and sharing your railroad with everybody. And again, if you're in Southern Oregon, we highly recommend you coming down here and checking out this club. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.